So I've been reading about these wrongful death lawsuits brought by the families of people who died after drinking Panera Bread store charged lemonades. These are people, young people who were healthy but had heart conditions, so maybe weren't completely healthy, and died allegedly as a result from consuming charged lemonades from Panera. So I was curious about it, so I went to Panera and I got my own charged lemonade. One thing that I noticed reading the articles is that since these wrongful death suits have been filed, this beverage is no longer available in the beverage fountains. You can't just, if you buy it, it's behind the counter now, and an attendant has to get one for you behind the counter. You just can't get one of these because I think, as I read these articles about the allegations, it used to be a bottomless cup. You could go get refills. So as I examine it, it's kind of a very murky drink. It looks like something that might glow in the dark. Smells very sweet, very citrusy. There's 3 flavors offered. This is the mango flavor. And I took a big sip. This is the large 30 ounce. It's not something that I would order myself. It tastes like something that might take the paint off the hood of your car, strip the paint off the hood of your car. It apparently has, this large size has more caffeine than a Monster energy drink and a Red Bull combined. So if you took a Monster energy drink and a Red Bull, poured them into the same glass, this drink right here, that looks innocent enough, would have more caffeine than both those drinks combined. And this drink has 390 milligrams of caffeine, just one of these. The FDA recommends that people consume no more per day than 400 milligrams of caffeine. You don't consume more than 400 milligrams of caffeine. So 390, it's almost your daily limit. If you were to go to a Panera and were to drink a lot of these, sit down and drink a bunch of them, get refills, I could see how that could be a problem. It kind of reminds me of the Monster energy drink lawsuits that happened. You know, they were going on maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I think that a plaintiff would have to prove, first of all, you'd have to have medical evidence causally relating your injuries, the death, to the consumption of this beverage. So you'd have to have a doctor write a report, put their signature, and stand behind a medical opinion that this energy drink, more likely than not, was the proximate and actual cause of the death. So presumably for these 2 wrongful death suits that are out there, one I think in New York, one in Rhode Island, they have a doctor willing to give this opinion. I have not read that the FDA has taken any action. It seems like the stores have voluntarily moved the product. You know, if you know you have a heart condition, you need to be careful about your consumption, your caffeine consumption. The other side of the coin, this store Panera shouldn't be putting out a product like this that's overloaded with caffeine, contains an entire daily limit in one 30-ounce drink. What's the point of that? Is this just a race to have the most caffeinated beverage that you sell? You know, when you see these cans of Red Bull or Monster energy drink, they're very flashy cans, they're very ostentatious looking cans. This is a lot more innocent looking. You might buy this unwittingly and not realize how much caffeine it actually has in it. And mine has no warnings. I don't see where it discusses the caffeine, you know, Red Bull or a Monster energy drink. I mean, it's all over the can. You know what you're drinking. I don't know how these lawsuits are going to pan out. It'll be interesting to watch and follow them and see what ends up happening. But at least for now, the product is still there. You can still go buy the product and drink it. Just be careful, especially if you have some kind of underlying heart disease.